Have you ever hit a paywall and thought, there has to be a way around this? You're not alone. Today, we're diving deep into the world of digital access, exploring the very techniques hackers use to bypass paywalls. Now, a quick heads up. This video is for educational purposes only. We're looking at this from a cybersecurity perspective to understand how these systems work and how they can be made more secure. We absolutely do not condone illegal activities or bypassing paywalls on sites you don't have permission to test. Think of it as learning how a lock works, not how to pick it. So, what exactly is a paywall? Simply put, it's a digital gatekeeper. Content creators, news outlets, and service providers use them to restrict access to premium content, asking for a subscription or a one-time payment. It's how they fund their work, pay their staff, and keep producing the high-quality content we all love. There are a few different kinds. You've got hard paywalls, where you can't see anything without paying, like on many financial news sites. Then, there are soft or metered paywalls, which give you a certain number of free articles per month before asking you to subscribe. And finally, there are freemium models, offering a mix of free and premium-only content. Each type presents a different kind of challenge, both for the user and for the developer trying to secure it. Now, let's get into the hacker's mindset. How do they approach these digital walls? It all starts with reconnaissance. They're not just blindly trying things. They're looking for the weakest link. The first and simplest thing they often check is how the paywall is implemented. Is it happening on the server side, meaning the content is never even sent to your browser unless you're authenticated, or is it client-side? A client-side paywall sends the full content to your browser and then uses a script, like JavaScript, to hide it behind a pop-up. This is a crucial distinction. If it's a client-side paywall, a hacker's job just got a lot easier. One of the most common techniques is simply disabling JavaScript in the browser. If the paywall is just an overlay powered by JavaScript, turning it off can sometimes make the overlay disappear, revealing the content underneath. Another simple trick is to quickly hit the stop button on your browser right after the text loads but before the paywall script has a chance to execute. It's a race against the code, and sometimes you win. Next up is manipulating the website's cookies. Cookies are small files stored on your computer by websites to remember information about you. For metered paywalls, a cookie often tracks how many free articles you've read. A hacker might open their browser's developer tools, find the site's cookies, and either delete the one that's counting their articles or edit its value back to 0. This can often reset the counter, giving them more free articles. It's like turning back the clock on your free trial. URL manipulation is another classic technique. Sometimes, a website might redirect you from the article page to a login page. A clever user might try to view the page's source code to see if the content is still there, just hidden. Or they might look at the Google cached version of the page. Search engines often save a copy of a page, and sometimes this saved version doesn't have the paywall active. Another trick is to change the user agent in your browser. A user agent tells a website what browser and operating system you're using. Some websites give search engine crawlers, like the Googlebot, full access so they can index the content. By making their browser pretend to be a Googlebot, a hacker might be able to get right in. Then we have proxy servers and VPNs. These tools route your internet traffic through a different server, masking your IP address. While most people use them for privacy, they can also be used to get around location-based content restrictions. But for paywalls, their main use is to get a fresh IP address if a site is tracking access that way, though this is less common than cookie-based tracking. Of course, there are also browser extensions designed specifically for this purpose. These tools often automate the techniques we've just discussed. They might clear cookies, block scripts, or change the user agent, all with a single click. They essentially bundle these known bypass methods into a user-friendly package. So, how can developers fight back? The gold standard for security is a server-side paywall. If the content is never sent to an unauthorized user's browser in the first place, there's nothing for them to access. All the client-side tricks in the world won't work if the content simply isn't there. This means validating a user's subscription status on the server before delivering any premium content. For metered paywalls, developers should move away from relying solely on client-side cookies. A better method is to track usage on the server, tying it to a user account or, for anonymous users, a combination of IP address and other browser fingerprinting data. This makes it much harder for someone to just clear their cookies and reset the counter. Developers should also regularly check for and block known proxy IP addresses and user agents associated with bypass tools. It's a constant cat-and-mouse game. They can also use more advanced JavaScript techniques, like obfuscation, to make their paywall scripts harder to read, analyze, and disable. Ultimately, the best defense is a multi-layered one. Relying on a single method is a recipe for failure. A strong system uses server-side validation as its core, but also employs client-side checks to deter casual attempts. It's about making it difficult and inconvenient enough that paying for a subscription becomes the easier option. So, we've seen how paywalls work and the various ways they can be bypassed. It's a fascinating look into the technical tug-of-war between developers and those trying to access content. The key takeaway is that for content creators who depend on subscriptions, investing in a robust, server-side paywall architecture is non-negotiable. For the rest of us, it's a good reminder that the content we consume has value, and supporting creators is what keeps the internet interesting. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this dive into cybersecurity interesting, hit that like button and subscribe for more content. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you in the next video.